Hey, so today I thought I would share a video of how to separate your locks, because a lot of people are really confused on how to keep their locks separate so they don't grow together in Congo. A lot of people, when they separate them, they're afraid that they're going to really damage their hair because they hear the hair ripping and breaking. And when you separate your locks, you will hear that ripping and breaking, and that's really okay. You don't want to have one big mess, one big dread in the back. But the main thing about separating your dreads is you don't want to rip it all the way down to the scalp. Like, you want to have some hair connected between your dreads. You want them to be connected. If you rip it all the way down to the scalp, you're going to have some scalp showing, and that's when it can start getting damaging. You don't want to have one defined, you don't want to have your locks so defined all the way at the roots where you can see scalp in between each one, because that gets damaging. You want your dreads to be kind of, a big tangled mess at the roots. It's when those two, like, say, pretend these ones here, these ones are attached a little bit at the roots. Like, there's some hair, you can't really see it, but there's some hair connecting these two a little bit at the bottom. But as you can see, they've still got a lot of space there. It's when the web of hair starts coming up about here, that's when you can start ripping them apart. And when you separate them, that's all you do. You just grab them and you just rip them like that. So don't worry about having to have them all super defined, because it can get damaging if you're showing scalp too much. Let me try and find here. I don't know how well you can see this, but this is a pretty good example. These two, you can see, are attached down at the bottom there. The end of the dread, my head, is right here, so you can see that they're attached all the way up to here. That's when it's okay to start ripping, but you want to have some hair connecting down at the bottom there. So when you separate them, you just grab them and you just pull them apart. Look at that. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's kind of making a ripping sound. And you can see that they're now a little more separated down here. There you go. You can see that there's a bigger space here now. But they're still attached at the bottom. And that's okay, that's what you want. So when you separate your locks and you're going through your hair, you don't need to grab them and rip them all the way to the roots. Like, you don't want to have pure scalp like that. I just did that, but that was an accident. So just remember, when you're going around and you find a little bit of hairs connecting some dreads, don't worry about which hair goes into what dread. Just leave it there. When it starts actually webbing up and attaching itself, that's when you can pull it apart. So don't worry about sticking your finger in there and trying to pull out the individual hairs and get them all super defined at the roots, because you don't want to have them super defined at the roots. It can start thinning the roots if you keep ripping them all the way to the scalp and have it perfectly defined. So just go through your hair every once in a while. For me, every couple weeks actually, because I don't really worry about it too much. So every couple weeks I'll go through them and I'll just kind of grab them and lift them and feel if there's anything. There you go, right here. These ones, you can see it's pulling up the other dreads, and that's okay that it's pulling up the other dreads, because there's a couple hairs connecting way up here. That's okay, I can pull those ones out like that, pull that apart. But down at the bottom here, there's still hair connecting these two. So keep that in mind when you're separating your dreads. You don't want to overdo it. You want to be able to keep your dreads pretty tangly at the roots there, because then you won't have all that crazy head showing everywhere and people are going, wow, you look like you're kind of bald. Yeah. So that's my separating tutorial, I guess. I don't know if I missed anything. Again, put something in the comments and I can answer that. If you need anything else, I can also make another video. I really got nothing to do, so I'll make you more videos if you want me to. Alright, have a good one. Peace.